Okay, the two major things we learned from the index for the period ending 2010 was first, the cumulative loss over 3 years was the industry's down some 15%, and we were down in all 14 sectors. That compares with the earlier period of downturn, which was '01 to '03, when we were down only 5%, and actually 6 of the sectors were not in negative territory at all. This recession was just so deep and lasted so long that it impacted all of our businesses. The big addition for the index was the predictive feature, which was a goal from the very beginning, but we didn't have enough data and we didn't have the right team together to add that predictive feature. That was done in the end of 2010, and the purpose of the Predict conference obviously today is to update that prediction. And what did we learn? Well, we learned that first, the exhibition industry outperformed the economy for the first 6 months of 2011. And that's a bit of a mystery to our economists in terms of why that happened. We're continuing to analyze that as the forecast for going forward continues to be quite soft, as there's great uncertainty as to what's going to happen with GDP, what's going to happen in Europe and other parts of the world that are affecting the U.S. economy. The good news for the industry is the profit picture for corporations is quite strong. And that profit picture is probably what has driven continued participation in face-to-face events, both by exhibiting companies and by the attendees. So our fondest hope is we'll see an overall economic recovery, but we have an even greater hope that the exhibition industry, as the last bastion of face-to-face marketing, will continue to perform in a very positive way as long as the companies can enjoy reasonable profits. The forecast for the rest of the year is probably a continued somewhere in the 1 to 1.5% growth. We had 3% in the first quarter, but it slowed to 1% in the second quarter. Traditionally, the third quarter is our weakest quarter, but the fourth quarter is our second strongest quarter. So at the end of the year, we hope we can end with some 3 to 4% growth. The forecast for next year, being very conservative, is only about 2.5%. The reality is it's going to take some time to come back from the 15% loss we absorbed from 2008 to 2010.